Alright, so we're going to do into a corner that's very emotional ridden. Me, I'll try my best to keep my composure, and it should be known that Politics Watch and all these other Jamaican YouTubers covered it better than perhaps I'm going to do it, but nonetheless, I have to weigh in on this. And it talks about that triple murder that happened in Trailhead, St. Catherine, where 81-year-old Misha, no, 81-year-old grandmother Iciline McFarlane and her two granddaughters, Mishane McFarlane and Christina McFarlane, and these girls are 10 and 6 were brutally murdered by some aberrations human guys, because they were murdered execution style by some gunmen who came into the house, and then they basically just had the grandma get on her knees before doing killing him, and then these little kids. And it's been making the rounds for this past few days, and so it should. The problem is, mean apart from the disgust and outrage that you should rightfully feel, the downside is that there's no word as to the capture or hopefully the execution of their killers has yet to follow. Cause I've said before online, if they find out who these people, these demonic beasts who did this, don't bring them in alive though. My thing is that whoever does, was the police or even some other civilians, just like I said, don't bother wasting time bringing them in, so that there's a 50-50 chance that they're going to face justice, or they're going to be let out, so they can continue reign of terror. Cause and also the fact that let's not waste taxpayers' monies keeping these monsters alive behind bars when they should be sent to the devil, to hell with the other devils. That's basically what my thing is though. But when I read the story, like I wasn't even as concerned what the motive was, cause yeah, people might surmise, okay, this was obviously they wanted someone else in the family, and they decided just to kill these three, just to send a message to that particular person, and that could be very well the case. We don't know what motivated them to do that, cause they were obviously targeted, and it's like, and the thing is very likely that they killed them to send a message to someone else. All right, because the thing is that some people might be saying, oh, the grandma must have done something, or even they even try to surmise, oh, the little kids might have done something. And I was wondering, okay, what could a little kid, 10-year-old, 6-year-old kid do, or so on, that would prompt this very vicious and satanic act of murder? Really, no. And it doesn't, and the fact that even let's say even let's say it turns out that this is true, this is true, that maybe the grandma mixed up in something, but like the fact that you had to kill some kids who are not a direct threat to you, that is something that you can, like I said, you're not fit to walk the mortal coil though. And thing what I pretty much said is that I really wish that the Punisher, Frank Castle from the comic books, was a real life person in Jamaica. Alright, cause this, or even Dexter, again, if you watch the show Dexter, where they have the serial killer who murders other people who pretty much deserve to be killed. And I've said this before in other corners of things that this disgusts me. These two or need to be real life people in Jamaica, because people who kill these three this old woman and her little kids, they need to be part of that casualty count, because this is someone. Because as I said, that the only thing I want to hear about this story is that the killers of these people are going to be 6 feet under very soon. The thing is, what kills me is that this is not a unique thing. You've throughout the decades in Jamaica, you've had these very barbaric and satanic, senseless murders. And the funny thing is that it's not even a case, oh, that many of these victims weren't angels, that they deserved their fates. A lot of them just killed many of these victims, too many civilians. Again, they killed just to send up, just to target, as a way of hurting somewhat their intended target. They close them, or they just for thrills. All right, and like I said, that it could be very well that they probably targeted them to send a message to somebody that's close to the close to the McFarlanes. But at the same time, is that rather than targeting whoever it was that they want to target, if there's a possibility, or even possibly it could be that this was the wrong identity, they got the wrong people, they were looking for somebody else, and they were targeting the wrong people. Again, the fact that again you're willing to kill children and so on, especially, you're basically again you don't deserve to be on the mortal coil. And I said that this is why I keep saying in my court is that Jamaica needs a warrior class. Cause I'm hoping that the dad and I've been hearing recordings of him on the news in these news feeds, and he's trying not to break down, but that must be so hard losing his own mother and his own children. Because I said before that no parent should be logically be having to bury their own children. All right, because and he even said that they should have just killed me instead. And what I like about the Forgiven Father, this guy, I think said that the mom's not in the picture means more likely she's probably passed away. I don't know that. Yeah, so on. And this is a guy that obviously, from as far as we know, unless some stuff comes out about him, that this guy was pretty much a good, decent man that's trying to provide for his family. But the thing is that he said that was he said something that's very telling. He said that that should have been me they killed. Like these two children especially are not are going or were robbed of the chance to live their full lives. Who knows what these little girls could have been if they had lived. They had been spared that day. But again, thanks to the satanic monsters like that, we'll never know. But the thing, as I said though, is that this has been going on for decades, where you have these senseless killings. We have this little outrage for a while, and then basically we go back to, oh, there's nothing. All right. And the thing is what's very telling about this is that what does will be very telling about, I meant to say, is that if the police were to hopefully find and kill these guys, you're still going to have these diehard idiot supporters, where they're basically going to be going to basically be um romanticizing these fallen pariahs, as quote unquote. These people are going to say that the police are wicked, that, oh, they shouldn't have killed these guys, because I'm pretty sure that there are people in this community and in Jamaica who on the down low pretty much rate these guys. They pretty much say, okay, hey, you murdered some kids, some defenseless old woman and some little kids. All right, I mean, yeah, I mean, we'll rate you on down, because people in this in St. Catherine, there are people who know who these demons are, and they're very reluctant to even help them. Many of them are probably even helping in trying to protecting them at this moment right now, because they're probably saying, as long as that's not me personally, I mean, yeah, we don't care how many duppies you make. I mean, we don't care if you're killing helpless, defenseless women, children, or whatever. All right, yeah, I mean, like, yeah, as long as it's not us, I mean. And then again, like I said, if something were to happen to these murderers, these are the same people who are going to be coming out saying that these guys were wonderful these are wonderful, innocent people that were murdered by these wicked police. I can pretty much guarantee you, if the police were to find and kill these guys, and I'm pretty much saying that don't bring them in alive whatsoever. You can guarantee that that crowd of idiots are going to be coming out trying to humanize these murderers when they shouldn't be. But what I can basically say is that this is what Jamaica is deep down. That our decision to embrace criminality up to the point where we're become so desensitized. We had this very limited sympathy when you hear stuff like this. Cause just like with all these other people that were killed, remember I was saying with Kaylin Dowdy, we had this a limited outrage, and then we found out about a few days. Even though I'm hearing that she's probably has a chance of living. Same thing with that businessman Kevin Ferguson. Again, was killed under very mysterious circumstances recently. Also, no one's making anything about that. We're not making a hashtag of this, or even the other people who have covered. I and many other people who on YouTube have covered on our channels. We're not really hearing anybody coming forth, or even better yet, no one's going out trying to avenge these people. No, again, unless these people were involved in something and this was their karma, that's one thing. But if they're not, there needs to be a war class that needs to go and take and deal with this matter. If the police are not going to do anything, yeah, and I said that, all right, cause and so on. But this, unfortunately, is not the most sick. Yeah, we have this outrage right now. Question is, how long is that outrage going to last? Because if these guys, their killers are not in body bags very soon, that don't mean if that does mean that we're not really that sympathetic to to this old woman and her children or whatever. Because they're at this point, a whole bunch of people should be hunting these people down. All right, and don't give me that rubbish. But oh, we're so afraid of these criminals. No, we're not. There's a lot of people who are protecting these criminals. Not fair because we're just as wicked and dog-hearted as criminals, and so on. All right, and the thing is, like I said, that this is basically what Jamaica is going to keep coming to. All right, we're going to keep hearing about more shock value killings like this. All right, because like I said, just like with Charmaine Rattery, and again, if you know about that very infamous case over a decade, way many years ago, we're going to keep hearing more sickening stuff like that because what has happened with Jamaica is that a lot of these criminals are emboldened to that because hey, they know that hey, we're not likely going to be caught or identified. Man, even if we get caught or identified, or much less even be sent off the mortal coil, they're going to be our sycophants who are going to glorify us and romanticize us in passing because being a wicked murderer and a coward, that's basically some form of valor and status in Jamaican culture. All right, but this is what I want to say that this is the end result of that cultural criminality that Jamaica has really embraced. We chose rather than exercising that demon, we've chosen to embrace and live with that demon, and as a result, we're slowly, morally decaying at our fiber, and it's going to be a point where it's going to cost Jamaica on a whole. But Jamaica said, you know what? We'll just have some limited outrage. We're just going to basically, yeah, we'll just be upset for a little bit, and then we'll just move on and so on until the next killing. Because sadly, until we start consistently hearing that these murderers and these demons are really getting what's coming to them, you're going to be sadly be hearing more stuff about this. All right, and as I did not know the McFarlanes, I can't say what they were like as people, but this was a truly demonic and sickening act. And like I said, don't bring their killers in alive, though. Make sure that they get the same mercy they gave this old woman and her granddaughters. They need to see. They need to feel exact same type of lack of sympathy as they're about to face the Grim Reaper and so on, and be reunited with Satan and the other demons in the underworld. Like they need to know what that feels like in their very last moments on Earth, though. That's pretty much what I want to say. That the only follow up that needs to happen is that these guys are in body bags, and that's going to go for a lot of these murderers, these rapists, and these other demons who are basically sick cowards who are only brave and powerful when they have weapons, or when weapons, or if they have their numbers, or they're facing people who would face, or they're dealing with women, children, the elderly, or anyone who's not able to really physically fight back. And I can say, like, they want to, like I said, let's see how they would have done in a fair fight against some grown ass dude who's good with their hands, and see how quickly they get stamped out. Most of them would never be in that situation because they're cowards. The people who did this, these are cowards, and cowards deserve no cause of that nature. They don't deserve sympathy. And that's pretty much it because I'll just repeat to myself. But like I said, whoever did this, like I said, they need to hope. I wonder as soon as what needs to happen overall. They need to, after burying these, or before or after they bury this woman and her children, they also need to be burying their killers as well, because their killers need to be in the dirt, just like their victims. And that's pretty much what I say. So this is for State of Jamaica and the Caribbean. Check out my YouTube pages, Miles Gusenfern, Real Thoughts of Miles, and Miles Productions. Okay.